this weekend. Maia Ramsden of Harvard, Michaela Rose of LSU, and Parker Valby of Florida. Ladies, what I'd like for you to do, beginning with Maia and then coming this way with the microphone, just talk about your excitement for the weekend, any expectations, any preliminary thoughts you want to share about the competition this weekend.
Hi, I'm Maia. I'm really excited for this weekend, mostly because it's at home. I'm just super excited to be able to have my friends and family here. My dad flew in yesterday, his first time watching me race in college, so I'm super excited for that. And yeah, just to be able to have people who are a huge part of my journey but don't always get to see me race, get to be here this weekend is going to be super special. And I'm kind of holding on to that to be what's grounding me this weekend.
Great, thank you.
Hi everyone. I'm excited to be here because it's nationals, and just having the high level competition here. It's really exciting to come here and race, and then also my family's coming, so I'm really excited to race in front of them. My dad hasn't seen me run live in like in person in a long while, and he was my only coach growing up. So just having this is very special for me.
Sorry, I doubled the
Video. My parents come to every race, but super excited for them to be coming. I think they're flying in tonight. I'm Parker Valby. I'm just super excited. This is my first indoor natties. Yeah, just excited to go out there and have fun with my team.
Great, thank you.
You want the mic?
Nope. Any questions? Yeah, please, go ahead.
Anderson Emerald with Cities Mag here. So, question for Maia. I feel like we just saw you a couple days ago in Glasgow doing really, really well. So how are you kind of reframing your mindset to prepare, coming off a really high at the World Champs to now prepare for NCAAs?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of thinking about that this week. I think that my coach and I kind of talked about that before we went to Glasgow as something that we were going to need to kind of actually spend some time doing. Part of it for me was, well, first I came off that final, I was super happy, and I kind of regretted not having clearer intentions and goals going into the final, which is not the case this weekend. My goals are really clear, so that was part of it. I think we got back on Monday, and it was really important. My coach told me it was really important, and I agreed with him that I took some time to not think about running and not think about track. So I've just kind of tried to recenter by catching up on some schoolwork, cleaning my room. It was my roommate's birthday yesterday. Just kind of doing some normal life things that get me away from thinking about this space for a little bit. And then obviously today, kind of turning my mind back to the job at hand this weekend. Yeah, so that's kind of how I've tried to keep the two, hold them together. And I also think going into it, we were very clear that the goals were different. And the competitions feel really different, even though when the gun goes off it's the same, but kind of everything around it is pretty different. So that makes it easier to kind of focus on each separately as well.
I'm assuming no papers to submit this morning.
No, I am free. I have a few, I've got office hours tomorrow morning. One of the benefits, I guess, maybe of being at home is I can't say to my teachers I'm not coming, but it definitely gives me something else to think about, so yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Jocelyn with Cities Mag, and this question for Parker. So, in the fall, you were doing a lot of cross training, a lot of your training on the ARC trainer, and then running workouts. Has your training shifted at all since the fall, or what does that look like?
Actually, I started running 90 miles a week. No more cross training. Yeah, that's what my training looked like. Mic drop. Okay, fine, that was a joke. But yeah, no, my training's been the same for the last 2 years. Unless you believe me. Did you believe me?
Maybe if you just keep repeating it, maybe I'll believe you.
Okay. No, it's been the same.
Go ahead.
Ashley Tishman to FloTrack. This is for Parker as well. That 3K, 5K double, that's
no easy feat. Tell me, what's your mindset going into those events this weekend?
Just
fun with it, yeah. Like I said, it's my first indoor natty, so try to make the most of it.
Maybe just follow to that obviously it's your first, like you said, your first indoor natties, so like how is that, you know, what's that mindset for you then? You know, it's your first one, you're racing against a lot of competitors who have been here before, so how are you trying to take that stride by stride?
I'm just taking it as just another race. I mean, obviously I've been to many competitions, just yeah, my teammates, just rely on them and just have fun with it, yeah. Mic drop.
Parker, I'm gonna have you start, and then we'll do the same question from Parker to Maya. Each of you enter with the fastest seed in your respective event, or a fastest seed in one of your two events, in your case. Just talk through what that feels like, if that changes your preparation, or if it is just another day at the office.
I'm just gonna say it's just another day at the office, running 25 laps. You?
Oh, Michaela, you don't get off the hook either.
Oh.
You gotta all the way down the table.
All of us.
Yeah, all three of you.
I try to take it as another day at the office because, you know, like, I've been running track for a while and, you know, coming to big meets, it's always the same. You get super nervous, you don't want to mess up, you don't want to make a mistake, but when you get to the line, everything, it comes into place. You just need to focus and have fun and, you know, just another day at the office, just get the job done.
Running how many laps?
4.
Okay.
4.
I got 21 more.
Yeah, you got that.
Maybe you'll get there someday.
I will be running 8 laps and also think it's just another day at the office. I think I was in somewhat a similar position this time last year, and I really let that drive a lot of the pre-race nerves. And then I think outdoors, the lesson I really learned was that anyone who steps on the line has a pretty fair chance in that final of making something special happen. So that's the mindset I'm going in with. I've got a lot of respect. I think the mile's super deep this year. And so, yeah, got just so much respect for all of these other competitors, and I'm super excited. I think it makes it more fun when we've got a super deep field.
Lara Overton from ESPN. This is for each of you guys. Just by nature of the indoor season and advancing to NCAAs, you're racing the clock a lot. You're racing for performances. Parker, you had to get your 3K time at SECs. You were running all by yourself. How exciting is an opportunity to come in to this where it is a completely clean slate and you just get to go out and race and you don't necessarily have a qualification standard or something else that is in the back of your mind that you know you need to ultimately put you in the position where you are?
Started off, Maya. You got like.
Yeah, I think that's the most fun part about racing. That's part of why I love running the mile and the 1500, because I think it's one of those races that can get really tactical. I think typically I have a more enjoyable time, and usually the outcome is better when I forget about the clock. Last weekend I couldn't even find the clock, so that was also helpful. Like I both sides of the track looked the same. So I'm kind of hoping to get into that mental headspace here as well. Like, I don't need to see those splits, just kind of gonna run my race.
Yeah, I think it's, as you said, you know, the slate is clean, so you just get to go out and compete, and that's the best part of it, because, you know, we're all racers at heart, and I think we really enjoy competition, so showing up at nationals, this is where it's going to be at.
I second both what they're saying. Yeah, it's just another day. Just going to go out there and have fun. Don't look at the clock. Unless you get bored, you know? Running 25 laps, I probably will be looking at the clock at some point, but yeah.
Question for Michaela. So coming in as NCAA champion from outdoors, I'm curious if you have any pressure either externally from others or even pressure from yourself, considering you've had so much improvement over the past year.
Yeah, you know, there's always going to be pressure, and I feel like it's just about how you manage it, because, you know, of course you got pressure of your coach who knows, like, what you're doing at practice, and he's like, oh yeah, you're going to do something big, and then you have people saying, oh yeah, she hasn't lost in a bit, and then there's me who I'm like, oh no, I gotta, you know, race really, really fast at the day that it matters. It's not really about the regular season or the postseason, it's about championships. So there's definitely pressure, but how I manage it is you know, I race for one purpose, to glorify God, and as long as I'm doing that on the track, I'm gonna be proud, whatever the clock says, whatever place I get. So just doing what I love, just going out and racing and glorifying His name.
This question's for Maya. So you had an amazing showing at Worlds, and I believe you mentioned you were finishing your senior thesis while you were competing there, and now you're back at NCAA Championships. How do you balance your schoolwork with competing at such a high level?
It's hard. Some weeks are easier than others. Last week was a hard week, but also one of the most fun ever. So I think for me, it's really like having the team that I do. That is what makes it possible. I think, and I mean that really expansively, like my teammates and I do a lot of schoolwork together. A lot of nights are like, we go to practice, then we go to dinner, and then we go to a library. And I think kind of having those people in my corner keeping me accountable, but then also the people who are like kind of my non-athlete friends who are willing to be a little more flexible with their time and energy, and giving me something kind of really fun that's outside of a school sphere and outside of a running sphere, kind of helps to keep it all grounded. Yeah, I think that's mostly how. And then also like our coaches are super supportive of our schoolwork, I guess, and I've been really lucky to find advisors and professors who are okay to be like, yep, you're gonna be gone the whole weekend, like not a problem, which is not the case for everyone. So big shout out to my thesis advisor for helping make it possible. She's a recreational runner too. She follows the marathon. We're fans of each other, I would say.
Actually, here, this question's for Michaela. I feel like you don't see this very often at NCAA level, like, you know, seeing someone who's an NCAA champion in 800 also doing a cross-country season. So can you talk to me a little bit about, you know, running cross and how you've kind of used that to help you, you know, to where you are now?
Oh, so, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, actually don't know how, but cross country was my first sport. And I've never missed a season until freshman year in college. Coach Friends redshirted me, so I was like, dang, you broke the streak, man. But coming in, I still, even though I did cross country a lot, I wasn't strong enough, because like, if you saw my freshman year, I really wasn't too strong at the end of my races, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, I think cross country is like very fundamental, especially for me, because like, it puts the 800 into perspective of, oh, it's just 4 laps. When in cross country you got like 6Ks, and I'm like, I still got like 5 minutes to go, and I've been running for 15 minutes. Like, so yeah, I think it helps you mentally, and you know, obviously physically, your aerobic capacity is expended. You know, but yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Which one you like better, cross country or track?
No, I like track better.
Maya, track. What do you like better? Cross country.
Oh my God, why for real?
It's so fun. It keeps the mind occupied. In track, I feel like a hamster, just running around the laps.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
I guess you guys have a lot less like circles
Yeah.
to run around, but
Yeah, definitely.
Any questions from Zoom before we wrap up? Any final questions from the media in attendance? Yeah, please.
Just one more for Parker. Similar to Michaela, I mean, you've had an immense amount of growth over the past couple of years. I'm curious how you either deal with pressure externally or internally as you come into your first indoor championships.
yeah, no, I've struggled with that a lot more in the past, but over time, obviously, you learn. And I've learned that pressure is a privilege, so like I take every race like as like it's an honor to be racing, and I'm just so grateful to be there because, like I said, I've qualified for natties every year, indoor natties, and I just haven't been able to go because I've always gotten hurt. And so this year, the goal is just to get here and be healthy and happy, and I am. And so yeah, it's exciting.
If I get one more, Andrew LeMay with the Stride Report. This one's also for Parker. You've had a lot of big builds, you know, up to the end of cross, and then you had a big focus going into BU. Has there been any change or like something you like to focus on, a mantra that's been, you know, kind of your target or your go-to thought for this build?
A mantra. Ooh. Oh, I love the saying, everything happens for a reason. You know, I've really been, that one really hits home. Everything happens for a reason. But yeah, that's probably the only thing I really would say is a mantra.
Great.
I have a question for Parker.
Go ahead. Would you like to say something?
Oh, no. Do you listen to music while, like, in your head when you're running?
In my head. Okay, so if I'm running with people, no, we'll play it out loud. But yes, I do have a playlist. I just ran with my coach for my pre-meet, and I made her play my playlist
What do
out
you
loud.
listen to?
A lot of different things. A lot of different things. I do have a playlist. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you should definitely give it a
Send me that
listen.
playlist.
I do. When I'm running by myself, though, I do. I have like Spotify on my watch, so I listen
that's
to that. Yeah.
Mine's not that.
Do you listen to
advanced.
music?
Mm.
Do you listen to music?
No.
Yeah,
Like never?
Okay, no, I listen to like podcasts or like something.
Oh, you're
I
so
need-
smart.
No,
You're so smart.
It makes me feel like there are people running with me. Because the music, otherwise, it's like I can
What if
hear.
you're like running fast?
Oh, then nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
But I'm
How
like,
long?
Like, do you do tempos?
yeah. Oh yeah, we're not allowed music for tempos.
No way. Oh boy. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. My coach plays it out loud.
The music makes the time feel like it's passing. Like I hear one
Exactly.
song and then it's like, okay, 3 minutes
Oh,
gone,
really?
3 minutes more. Like yeah.
But like a podcast keeps you like running. Oh no. I'd fall asleep. No.
You ladies want me to tell the coaches that they should leave?
We should be the interviewers.
Thank you, ladies. Before you leave, we're gonna have you slide your chairs out and stand for a photo together.
Oh, I'd love to.